Hey y'all, thanks for joining me. Gonna go into some prophecy information tonight and comparing timelines and all that. I always think of certain things when I watch it, certain prophecies, and questions come to my mind. And of course, I'm going to be sharing my thoughts and my questions because I'm going to be asking you some after I show you these particular pieces of information I want to share with you. So we're going to start with Christopher's channel, the Holy Wisdom channel. He basically posted a video of an interview on a man in 1989. I think he talked to St. Paisios. You all probably have seen this. Most of you who are following the prophecies probably have seen this. I want to share the video and then my thoughts, and then we'll go to another portion here of what I want to talk about. Mr. Xenophon, he said, yes, I knew Elder Paisios in 1989. After personal problems, I visited him. I stayed with him for almost I guess couldn't hear what he said. I also asked him about Cyprus, if the Turks will leave Cyprus. And then she says, the interviewer, yes, Mr. Xenophon, what did he tell you? He says, and he, St. Paisios, answered me, of course they will leave, but how? We are weak. We cannot drive them away. They, Turkey, will leave on their own. He tells me, a war will break out in the region. It will last around 4 years. He also brings up an argument, the warring or battle over the water, and he doesn't get into, it's not said what that means, but I'm guessing the Aegean. I don't know. There are several water, actually there are several waterways that are mentioned in the World War prophecies, like the Euphrates, like the Suez Canal. So the Aegean would be part of the Turkey, Greece situation. So he said it's going to last 4 years, this war that's going to break out in the region. I assume he's talking about the region where Greece and Turkey are, or maybe he's talking about, I thought at first he was talking about the Russia-Turkey war in the Syria-Turkey region. I would like your thoughts on that as well. So 4 years, that's a pretty long time, but then not really if you look at the grand scheme of things. But because world wars, as I said, they never just come out of nowhere. It takes like a decade for them to build up and then boil over, and when these big events happen. So let me go into some of you watch other channels that have put this forth, but my friend actually sent me this. Not that I didn't know about the Eschaton Vigil. I did, because I have two of their books. But she sent me this timeline. I want to share it with you. I'm going to just go over it a little bit with you. Bring it up now. So we're looking at the 15 fulfilled prophecies. And then there's one that says 1 fulfilling and 1 pending. So let's look what we have here. The 15 fulfilled, okay? You all probably have seen this before, but I am going to share it now. In fact, I've seen it before, but it was on another channel. But anyway, okay, this was fulfilled in 2018. Turkey blocks the Euphrates. Quote, when you hear that the Turks are cutting off the waters of the Euphrates, then know that we have already entered the preparation for the Great War. This was by St. Paisios, okay. Now, interesting to note on this, I do recall saying this about him in one of his extended, detailed prophecy videos that the Holy Wisdom channel shared. I believe that was in there. But in any case, I do remember that. So that apparently has already happened. Let's see, because it says Turkey's GAP project, 22 dams, reduced Euphrates flow to Iraq by 80%. Revelation 16:12, the sixth angel poured out his bowl on the great river Euphrates, and its water was dried up. Okay, now here it says in August 2008, the Russia-Georgia war. We know about that because Elder Joseph of WWIII had talked about that as well. But in this one, it says it's from Elder Athanasius of Evia. He reposed in 2008. It says the first war was Georgia. While Russia fights there, Ukrainians will be stirred up by Americans. So it said the 5-day war over South Ossetia, first of 7 wars in the prophesied sequence. This one is about the global economic crisis, fulfilled ongoing. So the global economic crisis, Elder Joseph of WWIII talked about this, and I think it's so tiny it's hard to read, but I think it says 2008 or 9. I think he died in 2009. Okay, so the economic crisis will break out suddenly, artificially, and on a global scale, collapsing the financial system artificially. Very interesting. So here we have, it's noted down below to say the 2000 crash, the 2020 COVID, ongoing 2024-26 instability. And then it says here, fulfilled on February 2020, was the UK withdrawal from the EU. So Brexit completed February 1st, 2020, listed as a preparatory marker. Fulfilled on May 5th, 2024, Orthodox Pascha falls on May 5th. So Elder Ioannis Kalades, he says he proposed, I think, in 2009. He said, in the year when Pascha falls on May 5th, the events for the city will begin. We all know the city he's talking about is Constantinople. So that was fulfilled May 5th, 2024. Then fulfilled 2024/2025. Gaza destroyed/flattened. St. Paisios said this. Palestine will be a stadium, and the Dead Sea will be their grave, which we've heard several times from Metropolitan Neophytus, because he reiterates what the saints have said. So, the UN reported 81% of structures damaged, 123,464 destroyed, first of 3 preconditions. Fulfilled June 2025 and February 28, 2026, is the Israel strikes Iran prophecy. Okay, so Elder Theodore of Crete, he had said this in 2016. We all know this one. You will be drinking your coffee when you hear that the Jews have struck Persia's nuclear program. Then great events will begin. So, of course, June 13, 2025, Operation Rising Lion, 200 plus aircraft, 100 plus targets. Then February 28, 2026, just a few weeks back, Operation Epic Fury /Roaring Lion. Khamenei killed, second of 3 preconditions, now doubly fulfilled. Second of 3 preconditions. I'm wondering what the third one is. Does anybody know? Just asking. Okay, fulfilled March 2025. Kurdish situation transforms. Yes, I had brought that up about the Kurdish thing, one of my live streams. But anyway, it says Kurdish situation transforms. Turkey will be dissected in 3 or 4 parts. The Kurds will take their own, yes, from St. Paisios. The PKK ceasefire declared March 2025 after Öcalan's historical call to disarm. Then we have fulfilled December 2024. Axis of resistance collapses. Interesting. So Assad's rule ended December 8, 2024. Nasrallah killed September 27th, 2024. I did not realize this one. But anyway, that's important to know. Then we have, of course, substantially fulfilled 2024. Yes, the E65 road, Domokos to the Domokos Lamia, and it says from Elder Panagiotis Solis, it says the war will break out when the new road connecting Domoko with Lamia is completed. And as we know, it was supposed to be the second quarter of the year of what we heard from Prophecies. So the E65 unveiled April 2024. In November 2024, it was almost done, but it was postponed because of weather and other conditions. So that's why they said it'll be done between April and June. Most likely June is what I've been hearing of this year. We will see. So actively fulfilling, and that is the one that's actively fulfilling. Okay, so the 6 to 12 nautical mile extension. This has already been fulfilled. Okay, so it says, when you hear, to me this has been fulfilled in that St. Paisios said when you hear it on the television, not that it was implemented 100%. But either way, that's happened. So when you hear on television discussion about the extension of territorial waters from 6 to 12 miles, then war follows immediately. So Greece plans extension, yeah, that was in January 2026. I did a video on that. So, yeah, that's actively being fulfilled. I agree. So then we have fulfilled March 2024. Russia frames war as holy war. Now this one I hadn't heard. So, according to Father Elpidios, yes, I have posted a few of his videos. He's a very sweet, holy man. He said Russia is ordained by God to destroy the satanic state of Europe and America. That's right. Now, it says here that World Russian People's Council declared invasion a holy war March 27th, 2024. Church declares holy war according to Atlantic Council. I'm wondering, I did not know that this was a prophecy, that them declaring holy war was a prophecy. But according to Eschaton Visual, it was by what Father Elpidios had said. And I see why, because Russia is ordained, which sounds like a holy war. I'm getting it, folks. Just give me a minute. Okay. Fulfilling. So this is fulfilling. Remember, because some say fulfilled, and this is saying fulfilling. So the 2024 to 2026 trafficking exposed. Anonymous elder, June 2021. So it's probably the unnamed elder that we always hear about. Many ugly things will be revealed. Election fraud. Child trafficking, trafficking of human organs. Okay, that's the Epstein ring. The Epstein web is, I understand it. Election fraud, we know that's happened. I thought that was kind of almost always happening now, but any case. Then we have fulfilling, once again, fulfilling 2024 to 2026, Erdogan weakening. Serious things will happen when Erdogan falls. That's what Metropolitan Neophytus said. Opposition gained in 2024 elections. Health concerns February 2026. Okay, I hadn't heard about that. His health concerns. Okay. Interesting. Now, this one is pending, but I'll get to that in a minute. I want to do the blood moon trigger, which I did a video on, as you know. So that one was March 2nd to 3rd, 2026. And I want to say something else that I did not do in my blood moon trigger. I forgot to tell you, was that both the September 7th, 2025 blood moon and the March 3rd, 4th blood moons, if you count both of them together, it covers all of the areas of concern, all the countries involved that are going to be involved in this war. And I forgot to tell you that. So both of them could be used, because some parts in September 7th, some countries couldn't see the blood moon eclipse. Then on March 3rd or 4th, some people could see it, but not all. But when you put them together, now all of them have seen it. So it's something to consider. I don't know what you all think on that, but I wanted to just give you that information. Okay, so we have that. And then here is the pending, the digital currency capital control. This is an unknown elder. It says they are bringing in the digital currency because the euro will fall. Yeah, okay, we know that. There's actually some elders I know that have said that, like Elder Jonah had talked about the euro is going to be worthless, it's just going to disappear. The unnamed elder, I think, said the same thing, so there are quite a few that are saying this. Digital Euro project. Okay. All right. Wonderful. This has all been very interesting. When I first saw this, I had no idea that we had that many, there were that many different prophecies that had been fulfilled. I was thinking, oh, it's just 3. Then it turned out to be way more. So I think it's very interesting to share that. The Eschaton Visual does have very, very solid information. And if you haven't gotten some of his books that he's put together of prophecies, you should. They're quite interesting, quite good. I have the book Russia Before the Second Coming, and then I think the elders, the prophecies on that. So let's get back to this question of the 4 years. Okay, so we see all these things that have happened since 2008, if I remember in that timeline. When the Georgia-Russia war, that's what Elder Joseph of Vatapudi had said as well, that, the war really started then. And as you know, as I said, world wars, there's a lot of battles and things going on. It's not just all at once in 1 year. So if we go with that, we've been in this world war for quite some time. What do you think Elder Paisios is talking about when he says the war will erupt in the region? Is he just talking about Turkey, Greece area, or is he actually talking about the Russia-Turkey war? Or is he actually talking about all 3? Greek-Turkey thing, the conflict there, the Russia-Turkey war, battle, and then the one in the main one in Constantinople with the 18 nations. Do you think all of those would be incorporated into the 4 years? Or do you think it would be just 4 years for one of the events? That would be one of those waiting to be fulfilled, obviously. So, what are your thoughts on that? What do you think that means? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. I hope this information was helpful to you, and that you have some thoughts, like I always do. Thanks so much for watching, for following my channel, for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. Like my videos if you think they're worth liking. Helps in the algorithms. If you want to get my videos right away when they come out to be notified, hit that notification bell. If you would like to support me further, you can become a member of my channel. Yes, it's a new thing I have. Just came out Sunday night. I have 2 tiers, the light a candle tip box. That's $2.99 a month to help me with all my research and my work that I do in bringing about these videos for you. And then the second tier is the coffee hour Java, which is $4.99. It kind of replaces the buying me a cup of coffee. It just makes it a more monthly commitment instead of just randomly whenever. Now, of course, you can still, if you want to, support me just once in a while through the buying a cup of coffee. The link is always in the description. And also, a super thanks always helps. If you want to do that, it's going to be below the video, in the panel there below the video. If it's not shown, you can hit the 3 dots, and I believe it's in there. And in any way you want to do that, whatever way works for you. I think I got everything out for you. Thanks so much again for watching. I hope you all have a blessed evening, morning, wherever you are.